Welcome to this episode of Nac Edition. I'm Laura Sadler.
And I'm Alexis Paul. As always, Nac Edition is a program made by students right here at SFA. We find the stories, research them, and bring them to you every week.
This week we'll be bringing you stories about several shops in downtown Nacogdoches, as well as some pieces on SFA sports and the Lumberjack Marching Band.
Ooh, that's right. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this week of Nac Edition.
Hi, I'm Anissa Pinson.
And I'm Esteban Nambo.
From Tiffany lamps to stained glass windows. Glass Castles has it all. Here's Alexis Paul with the story.
On this episode of Nac Edition, we're here at Glass Castles. It's where they make glass sculptures such as these and everything else that's around here. So come join us.
The last touch after you solder is to put zinc around it to be the frame.
What we love to do is make windows for churches and homes, and we do the stained glass for people's, like if we work in their homes, their entryways to their home, their front doors.
You know, my idea of glass castles when we were researching this idea was people actually blowing glass and making vases.
We teach beginning class, which they start out not knowing a thing. And we teach folks how to cut the glass. And then we teach the Tiffany method, which is the copper foiling that Louis Tiffany developed. Hadn't been done before the early 1900s. And that's what we teach here for people who are just starting to learn.
This is beautiful. Butterfly earrings, rings, wind chimes, the galore. Mr. Dave and Miss Teresa have been here for over 30 years. And within that time, they have made their dream become reality.
I was already in the etched glass industry, and I used to make logos for businesses and huge signs in Houston. And he was doing stained glass as a hobby.
With the soothing music playing, the fans blowing, wind chimes moving, this is a wonderful setting for the students to be able to let their creative juices flow. But that's all the time we have. So, I'll see you later. I'm Alexis Paul. We're at Glass Castles, reporting for Nac Edition.
For more information on Glass Castles, call 936-560-3249.
There are many artists that go to the doors of the Cole Arts Center, each with their own unique style of art. We have Sunshine Kemp with more on the Cole Arts Center and the different exhibits it brings to the Nacogdoches community.
This is Sunshine Kemp reporting for Nac Edition. The Cole Arts Center, recently headed by John Hanley, is located on 329 East Main Street and the Old Opera House. This 10,000 square foot gallery has been home to many art exhibits over the years and has even featured student artwork from the SFA School of Art. Recently, the Cole Arts Center has opened up to 2 new exhibits. The Ledbetter Gallery will host The World of William Joyce.
The Joyce show is really fun for anybody of all ages, kids of all ages, because he's known primarily as a children's book illustrator. He has an amazing imagination. But also his work has been translated into cartoons on television and now a feature movie coming out.
He has written over 50 books and has even won an Oscar and 3 Emmys for his animation work. Upstairs in the Revley Gallery hosts the Todd Slater The Art of Rock. This exhibit features the artwork of Todd Slater, a former SFA student who earned a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in 2002.
He is an alum of Stephen F. Austin State University. 10 years ago he graduated, and he is forging a really wonderful career, particularly but not solely in the area of rock posters.
The World of William Joyce and the Todd Slater The Art of Rock exhibits will run from October 26th to January 12th. For more information about the current or future exhibits, contact the Cole Arts Center at 936-468-1131 or visit their website at www.finearts.sfasu.edu. This has been Sunshine Kemp reporting for Nac Edition.
Azaway is a faith-based nonprofit organization dedicated to helping foster children of the local community. Azaway's founding principles are love, hope, and opportunity. Here's Chantel with more on this story.
Azaway is a nonprofit faith-based organization that specializes in foster care. Their mission is to direct each child back into a loving family environment where they can receive structure, compassion, social, and coping skills. According to Regional Director Leanna Berry, Azaway began in 1979 on a boys' ranch with just 2 students in need and 1 man with a heart big enough to share.
A gentleman named Bill Partridge, and he actually still works for Azaway, but he was the CEO up until a couple of years ago. But he started the ranch, and so he started with like 2 boys he wanted to help.
From those 2 cottages, Azaway then evolved into Children's Services, which is now the Foster Care and Adoption Agency. The Azaway staff, as well as the foster and adoptive parents, are well qualified and trained to care for the needs of the children. Azaway not only provides the children with a home through their adoption services, Azaway also create opportunities for the children through different programs such as the Azaway Charter School, Boys Ranch, Pal Smart, and even the Azaway Substance Abuse Program, which reaches out to rescue adolescents from drug abuse. Azaway operates through different offices around Texas, seeking not only to serve the children, but the community as well.
Since we have a grocery store for our foster parents, they're allowed to shop for free. It's set up just like a grocery store. We've opened it up to the community.
Through their grocery store and clothing donations, those in need can now stop by. Persons interested in purchasing food or clothing from Azaway can call and make an appointment, or they can visit the company's website at www.azaway.org. I'm Chantel Harrison, reporting for Nac Edition.
SFA organization Fashion in Motion is back this year with their annual Fall Fashion Show. Here's Garrett Jones with the story.
Fashion in Motion, sometimes referred to as FNM, is a growing organization on SFA campus. Fashion in Motion gives students an opportunity to showcase their skills and bond with others who enjoy aspects of the fashion world. If you like to dance, act, or simply love fashion, Fashion in Motion offers something for everyone. The organization has an annual fashion show each fall semester, and anyone can participate. Here's Fashion in Motion President Jacqueline Polk with more details.
Fashion in Motion is a fashion organization that strives to bring awareness to the SFA campus in a creative and new way. The theme of this year was unmasking reality. And so what we wanted to do was take those taboo topics of, we understand that people are transgender, we understand that people, their sexual orientation is different from what society wants. People who are Christian, you may think that they're all one type. It was just basically taking things that we've seen on campus, put them in acting and through our clothing to show, hey, we got to unmask it, this is what's here and this is what's now.
Meetings for Fashion in Motion are Wednesday at 6 p.m. in Cotto Room located in the Student Center. For more information on Fashion in Motion, contact the Office of Multicultural Affairs at 936-468-1073. Once again, 936-468-1073. Or follow FNM on Twitter at FNM_SFA. Reporting for Nac Edition, I'm Garrett Jones.
This year's fashion show focused on more than just fashion by promoting cultural expression and diversity. To tell us about this aspect of Fashion in Motion, here's Isaac Ramirez with more.
Fashion in Motion, which is an organization under the Office of Multicultural Affairs, held their annual fashion show this past Halloween in the Grand Ballroom on the SFA campus. The event showcased the latest fashion trends and also provided some lighthearted moments. The theme of this year's event was Unmasked Reality. Fashion in Motion President Jacqueline Polk explains why they decided the theme would best fit this year's show.
This year is Unmasking Reality. It's to bring awareness to those things, those taboo topics that we don't want to talk about on campus. So the purpose of the show, in my opinion, is just to show, hey, this is reality, so we're unmasking it. Reality is a change of clothes, a change of, hey, you are who you are.
Fashion in Motion strives to provide opportunities for cultural interactions and learning experiences that promote respect for diversity. The show also featured dance routines coordinated with popular songs from the past and current pop culture hits. There were also moments that females in the audience showed their appreciation for the male models, as they also received the opportunity to act, since the show featured comedic skits throughout the night that would highlight the everyday lives of SFA students. The event tried to address the levels of understanding and appreciation of cultural differences and similarities, as well as how one's culture influences one's point of view all through fashion. Fashion in Motion welcomes any questions and is also open to new members.
We're on Twitter at FNM_SFA. Also, you can go on Facebook and you can put it FNM Society, and also on Axis. Axis is a big thing on SFA campus right now. So go on Axis, Fashion Motion, FNM, and you can just click on it and get all our information.
Reporting for Nac Edition, I'm Isaac Ramirez.
To see any of the student work featured on Nac Edition, you can visit our YouTube channel by searching Jack TV SFA.
You can also follow us on Twitter at Nac_Edition. We'll be back after this break with more Nac Edition. Keep it locked.
Welcome back to Nac Edition. I'm Anissa Pinson.
And I'm Esteban Nambo.
With the start of basketball season just days away, the Lady Jacks look to be in prime form. With more on the story, let's send it to the hard top. Here's Richard Hafley with more.
I'm here on the court of William R. Johnson Coliseum, home of the Lady Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks look to open up their season with a win on November 9th against the University of Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. For more, let's take a look in. The SFA Lady Jacks are predicted to finish second in the Southland Conference by the coaches poll behind last year's champions, McNeese State Cowgirls. This year, the Southland Conference is welcoming Oral Roberts as Texas State, UTSA, and UTA leave the conference. Coach Brandon Schneider hopes to make it to the NCAA tournament this year by winning the Southland Conference Championship held March 12th through the 16th in Katy, Texas. The team has a pretty easy non-conference schedule, but are hoping to make a statement by defeating the 23rd ranked Oklahoma State Cowgirls on December 6th. The Lady Jacks finished 23-10 last year and are returning 10 players. Stephen F. Austin lost last year's leading scorer and second-team All-Southland Conference player, Tamara Marion, who averaged over 14 points a game. Since her departure, SFA fans are looking to sophomore Portia Roberts to fill the void. She was picked as a preseason second-team All-Southland Conference player, and last year averaged 9.2 points a game and led the team with 5.9 rebounds and 1.8 shots blocked a game. For more information on the SFA Lady Jacks, you can follow them online at sfajacks.com. Hope to see you right here in William R. Johnson Coliseum November 9th at 6 o'clock as the Lady Lumberjacks look to go for their first win of the season. Reporting for Nac Edition, this is Richard Hafley. Signing out.
The Lumberjacks' recent football success can be attributed in large part to an unlikely group of players. Here's Matt Green with the story.
Over the past 5 years, SFA football has enjoyed the most prolonged period of success the program has had since it entered the Southland Conference. Most coaches will tell you that success begins and ends with the players they put on the field. Obviously, there have been a large number of scholarship players that have made a big difference in the SFA football program. What's unique about the Lumberjacks is the number of walk-ons that have come in and made an immediate impact. The list of walk-ons includes former All-American and current Cincinnati Bengal Tim Nickey, as well as 3-time All-Southland Conference performer Devin Ducote. Carrying on the tradition now are wide receivers DJ Ward and Aaron Thomas, as well as fullback Clay Hardy. We asked Ward if there's a reason for the success behind SFA walk-ons.
Obviously, we do have a lot of talent. I really think it's the coaching, the way they do it, is that if you're a walk-on, they give you a chance.
Ward and fellow walk-on receiver Aaron Thomas have taken that chance and run with it. as the two have combined for 56 catches, 754 yards, and 6 touchdowns to this point in the season. Their performance has earned both Ward and Thomas a starting position, and as for fellow contributing walk-on Clay Hardy, he has his own theory as to their success.
I know I'm good enough. DJ knew he was good enough. Aaron Thomas knew he was good enough, and you know, they just came out every day and just worked their butts off.
Walk-on tryouts are held every spring semester. For more information, log on to sfajax.cstv.com. As for now, Ward and his fellow walk-ons are hoping the sky is the limit.
Hopefully, and if it's in the cards, to play NFL.
Reporting for Nac Edition, I'm Matt Green.
If you're a fan of the outdoors, SFA's Outdoor Pursuits program is something offered to members of the Recreation Center to help get you outdoors. With more, here's Dustin Hoyt.
Ever wanted to go skydiving, whitewater rafting, or maybe just tackle the rock wall in the middle of the rec center? Well, if so, Outdoor Pursuits offers all of these services and more. They teach rock climbing classes to qualify you to safely climb and help others climb the rock wall. They also offer various trips to different state parks, rivers, and mountains to climb. They've also got different competitions that are held on the rock wall in the center itself, where schools from all across the state and even other states come to compete.
We have 2 different series in the trip side, Nature Near You series and then the Destination series. The Nature Near You series is more centered around 3 national forests, the Davy Crockett, the Sabine, and the Angelina National Forest. Those 3 national forests offer anything from just camping to backpacking to some really good canoeing opportunities.
Outdoor Pursuits is also responsible for large tracts of land across University Drive from the Coliseum, which include mountain biking trails that are marked by difficulty just like skiing trails, such as this Black Diamond course. Outdoor Pursuits also rents equipment for students and members at cost, which includes backpacks, mountain bikes, tents, canoes, kayaks, paddles, and nearly anything you would need to plan or attend any of the trips offered.
My boss and I, Evan, the coordinator of Outdoor Pursuits, him and I have the same goal as far as just ours, and it's just changing lives. And we feel like we can do that when we take people away from their comfort zones on trips, get people outside. Even if we're not open and we're just sitting in there doing whatever, homework, somebody walks by kind of looking at the window, we want them in there so that they know the opportunities they have.
For more information, contact the Outdoor Pursuits office at 936-468-6055 or check out their website at sfasu.edu/campusrec/outdoor. Reporting for Nac Edition, I'm Dustin Hoyt.
The boldest town in the oldest town has been invited back to the UK for London's 27th annual New Year's Day Parade. The Lumberjack Marching Band will use the Band-Aid fundraiser to help get them there. With more on this story is Anissa Pinson.
The Lumberjack Marching Band, led by Drs. Campo and Angeli, will be selling Cajun-themed dinners to help support the band's upcoming trip to London. Tickets for the Band-Aid fundraiser can be purchased for $10, and plates can be picked up on Friday, November 9th between 5 and 7 p.m. on Vista Drive west of the SFA Student Center.
The jambalaya was actually created by Dr. Campo. It's his recipe, so you know it's good if it's from our own director.
Plates will consist of Cajun and chicken jambalaya, green beans, cornbread, hot sauce, and a chocolate chip cookie for dessert. All of the proceeds will directly support the band as they prepare to lead the London 2013 New Year's Day Parade. The SFA Color Guard and Twirlo Jacks are just as excited to be along for the ride.
I've never been to London, so I'm really excited to go.
Approximately 150 SFA band members are expected to participate in this 27th annual parade.
We're also having a sit-down band. I get to play in that because I'm a music major. I'm excited for our New Year's.
More than 20 different countries will be represented in the London New Year's Day Parade, and more than 280 million viewers will be watching. Reporting for Nac Edition, I'm Anissa Pinson. You may have experienced experienced some typical websites, but hercampus.com is a website that is constructed and controlled by students. Here's Larry Allen with more on the story.
Her Campus is an online blog site for students that keeps them informed on different events going throughout the school, as well as help students for future opportunities.
It's geared toward SFA women, what it is, an online magazine, just for a study break, and they just need something to read, then they can click on Her Campus.
Windsor Hanger, Stephanie Kaplan, and Annie Wang wanted to make a magazine specifically for college girls, who then created Her Campus. They make all the decisions of Her Campus and are the founders. They came across this idea by winning the Harvard Business Contest in spring 2009, which sparked the idea of Her Campus, and the site was launched on October 9th. There are 7 main sections for Her Campus. My Campus News. This is news loosely interpreted. My Campus Celebrity. This is a profile of anyone related to the school. It could be a professor, an alumni, a student, for example, like a president or officer of a student organization or a staff worker. My Campus Event. My Campus Poll is where you ask a short question on any topic. My Campus Cutie. This features a cute guy or girl on campus and lists his or her information on the website. My Campus Blog. My Campus Blog is space for content that is more blogging in addition to full articles.
We just want people to read our site, get it out there that we're out there. A lot of people still don't know about Her Campus, but a lot of people do. So we're just trying to get it to where we're just as active as the Greeks or the school paper on campus.
Students are welcome to join Her Campus staff by emailing the editor at calebborens@hercampus.com through the website www.hercampus.com/SFA. This is Larry Allen reporting for Nac Edition.
If you would like to join Nac Edition by suggesting stories for us to look into, check out SFA's Mass Communication Department as a whole, please visit the website below.
There you can find pictures of our new studio, faculty and staff bios, contact information, and learn about how you might be able to join us here at SFA.
We'll be back after the break with more with our community discussion roundtable right here on Nac Edition.
Keep it locked.
Welcome back to Nac Edition. In this segment, we're going to talk about several issues that relate to tomorrow's presidential election. I'm Dustin Hoyt, and here with me are
Bradley Hildreth,
Isaac Ramirez,
Richard Hafley.
Okay, first off, I want to talk a little bit about the issues that have come up in regards to name calling and criticisms in the campaigns that really are just untrue. So I want to give everybody a chance to kind of debunk one of these things that they've heard from their side of the line and talk about why that's not true. I'm going to start with Richard here. Let's hear something from you about Mitt Romney.
Obama came out saying in Ohio that Mitt Romney wasn't really a huge supporter of the bailout for the auto industry, and that is just not true at all. In fact, he took him out of context. Romney didn't want the government to bail out. He wanted to keep it within private entities to help the auto industry out.
Okay, Isaac.
Well, this was an issue in the last election, and it's still an issue apparently in this election. This whole rumor that Barack Obama was apparently not born in the United States, that he was apparently somewhere from Kenya. People don't even know where they're saying he's from, but he's released his long-form birth certificate, and he released this in April of 2011. This was last year. It's not true. He is an American. His mother was an American woman. He was born in Hawaii. This man is American, and if he wasn't, he would not be president of the United States.
Okay, Bradley.
My issue is a religious issue. He has been accused of being Muslim a lot of times. Yes, he grew up in a Muslim influenced culture for a little bit of time, and he came over here and he's been indoctrinated. He's chosen to be a Christian. Is well documented. The thing that trips me out is how is he going to be the Antichrist when he's Muslim? How is he also going to be Muslim? And how is he also going to be Christian as far as the Reverend Wright thing goes? You can't hold him to Reverend Wright if he's not even Christian. So it's just a little funny thing. President Barack Obama is Christian. So.
Okay, and the one that I wanted to dispel was Mitt Romney being accused of wanting to repeal Roe v. Wade. First off, a president can't repeal Roe v. Wade. He can't. That's the Supreme Court decided it. They're the final say. President can't just up and decide that the Supreme Court's irrelevant. So all the people that are worried that that's going to happen, it's just not the case. True. And second off, the only way that it would happen is if Congress was to pass a constitutional amendment, which would require a 2/3 majority, which the Republicans are nowhere near getting. And even if they would, there's too many Republicans that are pro-choice. So there's just no way that's going to happen.
That's right.
Okay, next up, we want to discuss voter fraud. There's been some issues with polling throughout the nation in the last week or so, and there's been concerns with voter ID laws. Voting's just become kind of a big issue. First off, Bradley, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Florida situation?
According to a lot of good sources, MSNBC, CNN, people have been talking about Fox News.
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm just joking. But of course, they've been talking about how Florida has been on voter suppression. One example was the polling place was closed early. Even though the line was 6 hours long, they met the stipulations of being in line before the polling place closed. They closed it down, and they didn't allow people to vote. It's a sticky situation, but I honestly believe voter fraud doesn't exist. Voter suppression does. And any way you try to, any way that cookie crumbles, it is a real thing.
Okay, I will agree with you on the voter suppression, because as we saw in Houston, the Houston Chronicle just had an article out today about yesterday there were some NAACP members that were actually tossing out water bottles to people that were in line and then grabbing people who said they were voting for Barack Obama and moving them to the front of the line. Now, there was an article that came out from a district attorney that had said that he witnessed them helping handicapped people move to the front of the line. But the sworn testimony of the person who had originally spotted the problem in the first place completely contradicts that, and the attorney that was coming out with a statement saying he saw the handicapped aide coming in actually has been shown that he wasn't there and witnessed nothing. So as it stands right now, we just have people being moved up in line to support Obama in that one instance.
Which is really suppression, because it's moving quicker.
Right, but it's what it is it's influencing people.
It's not cool.
It's influencing people over the polls.
Right.
Now, what I want to do is talk a little bit about foreign policy. Now, I know, Richard, you had something to say about the Benghazi situation.
Yeah, it is the president's job to make sure to defend the people in this country, our country in general, and he basically dropped the ball on it.
If he dropped the bomb, it would have been a different story.
He dropped our fair share of bombs.
Okay, there were at least three times in which calls were made to his office and they got ignored. In fact, an hour and a half before the attacks took place, Obama's administration was informed about it and nothing was done. They could have either A, gotten him help, B, gotten him out of there, and none of those two things were done.
Hillary Clinton claimed this was a day before the second debate that it was her responsibility. Her and the State Department have absolute control, and they are the ones in charge of the safety of these embassies and these ambassadors that are overseas. President Obama said the next day he was not notified personally about this. And he actually said that he also took full responsibility.
Okay, well,
the issue that...
Let's just be clear here that the president has say over the State Department, because that's part of the executive branch. So, and plus during the second debate, Obama did claim responsibility for that.
And he's...
Okay, we do have to wrap it up, though. This has been a great debate. I hope we can do this again, guys. We really need to. That's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank everyone who participated in today's discussion. We'll be back next week with a new panel and more topics to kick around right here on Nac Edition.
Thank you for watching this episode of Nac Edition. If you'd like to suggest topics for future shows or find out what we'll be covering next week, you can follow us on Twitter at @NAC_edition.
You can also see any of the pieces shown in Nac Edition or the student work or episodes of our program in their entirety on our YouTube channel at Jack TV SFA.
Nac Edition will be back next week with news stories and another hot discussion panel.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Nac Edition.